Hey people, this is part 3 of Beowulf the Dragon. Otherwise, and they're all split into 4 parts. Otherwise, like I said in the last two, longer than a half hour. So, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment at the end of the video. So, thanks, guys. Love you much. Bye-bye.
My pardon, Queen Reatheo. The king commanded me speak to him, no matter how poorly he felt.
Then approach.
My lord, since the disappearance of Unferth and Hrothulf, we have found, as you know, no sign of them. However, today in the village, I spoke with Ungoth.
Ungoth? I banished that traitor from our land years ago.
Apparently, he was living in a hidden place just outside of town.
Father, I will see that he is truly banished from our lands.
Yes, you will need to do that, for he is treacherous. If he has been this close for a time, I fear for what Wulfgar has to say.
Hrothulf hired him to forge a new blade under the hilt that Beowulf brought back from the Sea Hag's cave.
I knew it. I knew all along it was Hrothulf that stole the golden hilt.
That explains why Hrothulf is missing. He will certainly make mischief with that sword. But what of Unferth?
It seems that Unferth and Hrothulf were on a quest to seek the treasure in the Sea Hag's cave.
I should have known that Unferth would discover the treasure trove there. He's never been able to quell his insatiable desire for riches.
Father, I do not know if they could survive the hunt. The Sea Hag's cave is a foul and evil nest according to all that Beowulf described. And remember the large number of sea brutes Beowulf encountered when he dived into those turbid waters. He barely escaped.
And Beowulf is a lot better at escaping sea brutes than Unferth or Hrothulf.
My lord, we have found Unferth, or what remains of him. He is dead. It is apparent that he underwent a ferocious battle with the sea brutes.
My heart is heavy at the thought. Unferth, although outspoken and unwise most of the time, was loyal to Denmark and to me.
What of Hrothulf?
We have found no trace of him.
Hrothulf is like an old toothache that never goes away. Be on your guard.
I shall, Father.
Thank you, Wulfgar. You may leave us.
Aye, my lord.
I had hoped to leave you a land well established in peace, yet I see it will not be so.
It is a more peaceful land than it has been in years.
Aye, Grendel and the Sea Hag are no longer a menace, but you will have your own set of woes.
Do not we all? But you have done more than most men. Let peace reign in your heart, Father.
Aye, son, aye. Hrothmund, come closer. Hrothmund, you will grow to be a mighty warrior. Aid your brother in whatever way you can, and stand by his side. For if the two of you stand together, our kingdom will be strong.
Yes, Father.
Rethric, before this day is done, you will be the king. Rule justly, never make hasty decisions, care for your mother.
I shall, Father.
And Hrethric,
Yes.
speak these words to Freyawaru when you meet her again. My blessings are upon you, daughter dearest. Heed now my words. Keep your head low when all seems lost, but persevere, for again you shall come into your own.
What are the meaning of your words, Father?
She will understand them when you speak them to her. It is for her to explain to you. Do not forget.
I shall not.
Wealthia, ever you have been my faithful partner. I shall miss you. But do not be sad, for we shall meet again.
There's someone just arrived who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
Hrothulf, from the land of the Danes.
Hrothulf.
Send him in.
Yes, my lord.
Your cousin here. I wonder that we have not had word of his arrival.
I too am surprised. I fear this does not bode well.
Greetings, Sir Althof. You are welcome here, although we are surprised at your visit.
Greetings, King Ingeld. Forgive me for not sending word ahead. I come quickly from the house of your father, bearing sad tidings.
Is there another beast that stalks the land?
Nay, not a beast, but a reaper.
It is my father, then. He is dead.
Aye, milady. Hrothgar's years were many. Time has now claimed him.
How did he pass?
Peacefully, in his own bed.
Were you there at the end? Did he have a message for me?
Nay, I was not there.
My brothers, are they well?
For now.
For now. Are they ill?
Nay, they are not.
Then has some trouble beset them?
To answer that question, I must come to reason of my visit. Hrethric has taken throne. He is young and weak. He is vulnerable and ill-prepared to any threat that might come his way.
Your point?
I thought that you might desire to help put someone on the throne that would be more sympathetic to your own cause.
What do you know of my cause?
That long you have desired the land of the Danes to be your own.
As does every king that borders that land.
However, the Danish people will not abide an outsider coming to take their lands. They will rise up fearlessly and fight any foreign king that might try to take them.
As to be expected.
However, they will support one of their own, specifically myself.
Traitor! You mean to depose my brother Hrethric?
Be calm, cousin. It would benefit all of the people to have me as the king. As you know, Hrethric is several years my junior.
And many years your senior when it comes to ruling selflessly for the good of our people. Ever have you coveted my father's throne?
Peace, Freyawaru. I desire to hear Hrolthof's suggestion.
Husband, you cannot be considering this falseheart's plans.
Our marriage makes me kin to both your brothers and cousin. The throne must be kept in the family, of course. However, I must give consideration to whom would be best to sit upon that throne.
Hrethric has quite frankly never been partial to you, Ingeld. He has mentioned several times in the past that when he takes throne, he would need to subdue the Heathobards, as to take away the threat of, as he puts it, devious yet clumsy Ingeld.
Devious, yet clumsy.
His words exactly.
You lie! You're trying to subvert my husband!
You know nothing, Freyawaru. You have not been at Hare for some time.
I know my brother well, and I can guarantee the words you attribute to him are false. These are the words that would come from a usurper such as you.
Peace, Freyawaru. It matters not what words were said and by whom. The situation stands that your father is dead and your brother sits on the throne. And I know Herethric well enough to understand that he is not sympathetic to my cause.
You have a country. You don't need my homeland as well.
But I do. That was why I married you. Certainly you have your charms, my dear, but my intent in wedding you was political.
I am sickened by your words.
If I were you, Queen Freyawaru, I would become as unsick as soon as possible, lest you suffer more than ill health.
You are threatening my life.
I am. I will use my armies to place you on the throne of your cousin. However, in return, I require a sizable tribute to be paid on a yearly basis, as well as final authority in all decisions of consequence.
I agree to the terms.
The men of the court will need new quarters, or at least more quarters. Our retinue continues to grow, and we are running out of places to house them.
It encourages me to see that the people support me as well they did my father.
My lord, an army marches on Herat.
An army? Whose?
The Heathobards.
But we were at peace with them. That was the purpose of Freyrabber's marriage with Ingeld.
Hrolfulf marches at the head of the column.
That explains all. When will they be here?
Within the hour.
Wolfgar, go. Gather every able-bodied man you can and prepare them for battle.
Aye, my lord.
Hrothmund, mother, gather the women, children, and infirm. Get them to the caves that we use in times of war. Hrothulf, of course, knows of their location, but we are caught ill-prepared. If the battle goes poorly, hopefully he will spare those in the caves.
Herethric, I'm coming with you.
Nay, you must stay with Mother to protect her and the rest of our people. Come, we must be on our way.
The Swedes march against us. Fast as word travel. Helek has not been dead but for a few weeks, and already the Swedes have crossed our northern border.
They strike quickly because they know we are at our greatest disadvantage.
Beowulf, you must take the throne. Helek would have said the same thing.
I am not the rightful heir. Hardred is king.
He is a boy.
The Queen is correct, Lord Beowulf. Hardred cannot rule.
I can rule.
but I will need help.
I pledge my allegiance to you, little king. You have my sword.
Then guide me in both decisions of both war and if it should ever come to pass, peace.
I shall.
Rise. Gather our armies, devise a battle plan, prepare to march out and drive the enemy from our lands.
Aye, my lord.
And Beowulf,
Yes, my king?
I will march with the army.
No! You...
I can, and I will.
My queen, he is the king. He has a right to defend his people no matter his age.
Oh, that I had lived to see such dark days.
Do not yet despair, my lady. We do not know yet what this battle will entail. Wiglaf, you are my second in command. Gather the companions that fought the Fiend Grendel with us. Put each of them in charge of a battalion. Take account of the troops and number the mounts. Report back to me within 1 hour.
Aye, my lord.
The rest of you, go to your quarters and prepare for a journey. If we are overrun, you must be prepared to flee. Conradith, stay behind for a moment.
Yes,
Find Runolf and send her to me.
I shall.
And Conradith, it is my intention to defeat the Swedes.
Of course.
But to accomplish that end, it will be more difficult, as I must defend Hardred. He is not battle-worthy, and will be a hazard on the field.
Yes, but you were correct in supporting his decision to be among the warriors.
He is king, and it is his prerogative. I shall do all I can to protect him. However...
War does not always go as planned. You may perish in the attempt to save the boy king.
I shall do all in my power that God has given me to ensure his victory.
Then we shall defeat the Swedes.
But if I do die, Conradith, you must guide the young king. Neither Hig nor Siegfried have the wisdom that is needed.
I understand.
Thank you. Have you already finished the task I have given you?
Nay, but I came back to speak with you privately.
Of course. What is it?
There is a good chance that I might perish in this war. You, however, will live, for you are one of the mightiest men to have ever walked the earth.
Do not be morose, man. We do not yet know what this battle will entail.
Agreed. But I must go into battle knowing that a certain matter is taken care of.
And what matter is that?
That of Alana.
Alana?
Aye. Since the news of Yoranda's death, I have comforted her.
Ah. And that comfort has grown into something more.
Aye. If I am to perish in this war, please take in Alana as your own daughter.
I shall. And I would ask the same of you. Should I perish in this upcoming battle, would you take Runolf as your own sister?
I shall.
You sent for me.
I did.
You look uncomfortable.
I am.
I also am not at ease.
Then I shall speak and rid us both of our discomfort. You are aware of my feelings for you.
I believe so.
I have not the time to court you properly, so I shall state things as clearly as I can. We march for war. There is every possibility that I will not return. Please, do not mourn my passing. Marry whom you will. And if I return, I will seek to wed you. Before I left, though, I wanted you to hear from my own lips that I have always held you dear.
I also return your feelings. For long I have...
Beowulf, I must speak with you. My pardon, I did not mean to interrupt.
That's quite all right. I was just leaving.
What is your request, my liege lord?
Please go over with me the battlefield tactics of horse against foot.
Of course, sire.
go.